Question 1. Given the circumstances, Mr. Patel manages a vSphere cluster that experiences frequent network bottlenecks during VM migrations. He wants to optimize network traffic specifically for vMotion. Which approach should Mr. Patel take to address this issue? A. Configure a dedicated VM kernel port with a separate physical NIC for vMotion traffic. B. Use a single physical NIC for all types of traffic, relying on VLAN tagging to separate it. C. Disable jumbo frames on the vSwitch to improve latency. D. Enable promiscuous mode on the vSwitch to allow all network traffic. Answer. Correct answer. A. Explanation. Dedicate VM kernel ports and physical NICs for vMotion isolate migration traffic from other network operations, ensuring sufficient bandwidth and reducing bottlenecks per VMware best practices. VLAN tagging alone. Option B does not guarantee sufficient bandwidth or physical isolation. Jumbo frames. Option C generally help vMotion, but disabling them can worsen performance. Promiscuous mode. D is used for monitoring or special cases, but does not optimize traffic. This solution aligns with VMware's recommended practice to dedicate resources to vMotion to avoid congestion and latency. Question 2. Under the assumption that Chen wants to ensure her critical VM is protected from host failures without any downtime, which vSphere feature should she implement? A. vSphere fault tolerance, feat. B. vSphere high availability, HAR. C. Storage vMotion. D. Distributed resource scheduler DRS. Answer. Correct answer. B. Explanation. vSphere HAR provides rapid recovery by restarting VMS on another host after failure, but does involve downtime. Fault tolerance. Option A offers zero downtime with continuous availability, but requires more resources and setup complexity. Storage vMotion. Option C migrates VM storage but doesn't provide failure protection. DRS. Option D balances workloads but does not protect host failure. Therefore, HAR is the best solution for automatic VM restart after host failure with minimal downtime, suitable for many business continuity scenarios. Question 3. In the context of virtual machine architecture, what is the primary purpose of the MEK file? A. Stores the virtual machine's virtual disk data. B. Contains the VM's configuration settings. C. Maintains the VM snapshot delta files. D. Houses the log files generated by the VM. Answer. Correct answer. C. Explanation that the EK file stores the virtual disk's contents. Option A. But snapshots create delta files that track changes from the base disk. The question asks for the primary purpose in the context of snapshots. So MEK is critical for holding the base disk and snapshot deltas. The VM's configuration is stored in MX files. Option B. Log files are in log files. Option D. Understanding the distinction between base disk and snapshots is essential for managing VM storage effectively. Question 4. From the perspective of resource management, which tool within vSphere dynamically balance CPU and memory workloads across hosts in a cluster? A. Distributed resource scheduler DRS. B. Storage EO control. C. Distributed power management DPM. D. vSphere HAR. Answer. Correct answer. A. Explanation. DRS continuously monitors CPU and memory usage and migrates VMS via vMotion to balance workloads, optimizing performance and resource utilization. Storage EO control. Option B prioritizes storage traffic. DPM. Option C reduces power consumption by consolidating workloads and powering off hosts when possible. HAR. Option D focuses on availability and rather than balancing. DRS is the cornerstone tool for workload distribution in vSphere clusters, ensuring efficient resource use. Question 5. Considering the evidence Mr. Thompson wants to migrate a powered-on VM between hosts without any downtime and also move its storage to a different data store simultaneously, which combination of vSphere features best meets his requirements? A. vMotion and storage vMotion. B. Cold migration and storage vMotion. C. vMotion only. D. Cold migration only. Answer. Correct answer. D. Explanation. vMotion migrates powered-on VMSI between hosts. Option A, but moving storage concurrently requires storage vMotion, also part of option A. However, cold migration requires the VM to be powered off and migrates both compute and storage. The question requires simultaneous host and storage migration with no downtime, so option is correct and not D. Cold migration, option, cannot be done live and causes downtime, so it is not suitable. Storage vMotion alone cannot migrate the VM compute resources. Correct answer is A. Question 6. The primary reason for Lopez to implement vSAN in her infrastructure is to A. Create a hyper-converged storage system leveraging local disks across hosts. B. Enable live migration of virtual machines between hosts. C. Provide role-based access control to virtual machines. D. Increase virtual machine snapshots efficiency. Answer. Correct answer, C. Explanation. vSAN creates a distributed, hyper-converged storage pool by aggregating local disks on multiple hosts. Option A. Option B describes vMotion, not vSAN. Role-based access control. Option C is managed via vCenter permissions and is unrelated to vSAN. Snapshots efficiency. Option D is not the main benefit of vSAN. The primary reason for vSAN is software-defined storage that simplifies management and enhances performance by pulling local disks into a shared data store. Question 7. When evaluating the merits of Type 1 versus Type 2 hypervisors, which statement best differentiates the two? A. Type 1 hypervisors run directly on hardware. Type 2 run on a host OS. B. Type 2 hypervisors offer better performance than Type 1. C. Type 1 hypervisors require the host OS to operate. D. Type 2 hypervisors are exclusively used in enterprise data centers. Answer. Correct answer, A. Explanation. Type 1 hypervisors, bare metal, run directly on physical hardware, providing better performance and efficiency essential in data centers. Type 2 hypervisors run on a host OS, adding overhead and used more for desktop or testing environments. Option B is false because Type 1 generally outperforms Type 2. Option C incorrectly reverses the dependency. Option D is false as Type 2 are mostly for desktops, not enterprises. Understanding this fundamental difference impacts deployment choices and performance considerations. Question 8. A common misconception about virtual machine snapshots is that they A. should not be used as long-term backups, B. improve VM performance by reducing disk writes, C. create a full independent copy of the VM, D. are automatically deleted when the VM is powered off. Answer. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Snapshots capture VM disk and state changes incrementally, not improving performance, and they can degrade it due to overhead. Option is true. Snapshots are not backups and should not be kept long-term due to performance and storage concerns. Option C is false. Snapshots are differencing files, not full copies. Option D is false. Snapshots persist until manually deleted. Misunderstanding snapshots can lead to mismanagement and performance issues, so knowing their function and limitations is critical. Question 9. Taking into account the VMware tools, why is it essential to install or upgrade VMware tools on? A. It improves VM performance and enables advanced management features. B. It is required to enable vMotion. C. It increases the VM storage efficiency by compressing files. D. It automatically updates the ESXi host software. Answer. Correct answer, D. Explanation. VMware Tools improves VM performance, CPU, memory, and disk, and allows enhanced features like graceful shutdowns, time sync, and better drivers, making option A correct. However, option D is false because VMware Tools does not update ESXi hosts. The host updates are independent. Option B is false because vMotion can work without VMware Tools, but with limited functionality. Option C is incorrect. VMware Tools do not compress storage. Correctly installing and upgrading VMware Tools optimizes VA operation and management. Question 10. Several experts suggest that when designing a vSphere environment, the best practice to enhance security is to A. Assign broad administrative privileges to simplify management. B. Implement role-based access control RBAC with the principle of least privilege. C. Disable all network traffic monitoring to avoid performance degradation. D. Use the default root account for all administrative tasks. Answer. Correct answer, B. Explanation. RBAC with least privilege limits user permissions to only what is necessary, reducing risk of accidental or malicious actions and aligns with VMware's security best practices. Option A increases security risk by expanding attack surface. Option C disables essential monitoring, undermining security posture. Option D creates single point of failure and is major security risk. Proper access control is foundational to securing vSphere environments and meeting compliance requirements. Question 11. When analyzing a vSphere cluster, Garcia notices that some VMS experience CPU contention during peak hours. What is the best vSphere feature she can enable to optimize CPU resource allocation across the cluster? A. Distributed Resource Scheduler DRS. B. vSphere High Availability. C. Storage EO Control. D. vMotion. Answer. Correct answer. A. Explanation. DRS intelligently balance CPU and memory workloads by migrating VMS to hosts with available resources, alleviating contention and optimizing performance. Option B. Focuses on VM restart after host failure, not resource allocation. Storage EO Control. Option C. Manages storage bandwidth irrelevant to EPU contention. vMotion. Option D. Enables live migration. Doesn't automate balancing. Its mechanism used by Optus, therefore, enabling DRS is the best practice to address EPU resource contention in cluster. Question 12. Based on the information, Mr. Williams wants to reduce the physical hardware footprint while increasing infrastructure flexibility. Which VMware solution best achieves this goal? A. Software-defined data center (EDC). B. vSphere fault tolerance. C. Virtual SAN vSAN. D. Distributed power management (DPM). Answer. Correct answer. D. Explanation. DPM optimizes power consumption by consolidating workloads and powering down unused hosts, reducing physical hardware use and energy costs. DC. Option A abstracts resources but doesn't directly reduce hardware footprint. Option B ensures continuous availability but adds resource overhead. vSAN. Option C provides virtualized storage but doesn't reduce physical hosts or consumption. DPM directly addresses physical footprint and energy efficiency, making it the most suitable solution. Question 13. Which of the following best describes the relationship between vCenter Server and ESXi hosts in a vSphere environment? A. vCenter Server centrally manages multiple ESXi hosts and their VMS. B. ESXi hosts manage vCenter Server operations. C. vCenter Server is installed on each ESXi host for redundancy. D. ESXi hosts provide network services to vCenter Server. Answer. Correct answer. B. Explanation. This is a tricky question testing understanding of roles. The correct concept is that vCenter Server centrally manages ESXi hosts. However, since B says ESXi hosts manage vCenter Server operations, which is false. A is the correct answer. vCenter Server is a centralized management platform. ESXi hosts run virtual machines but do not control vCenter. Options C and D are incorrect as vCenter is separate and not installed on ESXi hosts, nor do ESXi hosts provide network services to vCenter. Question 14. In light of recent developments, which storage access protocol provides the best performance for clustered vSphere environments using shared storage? A. Fiber channel FC. B. Network file system NFS. C. ESXi. D. Virtual volumes vVols. Answer. Correct answer. D. Explanation. vVols provide granular VM-level storage management and direct communication with storage arrays, enabling better performance and flexibility in clustered environments. FC. Option A is high performance but less flexible. NFS. Option B is simple but typically slower due to overhead. ESXi. Option C is cost-effective but may have higher latency. vVols represent VMware's advanced storage virtualization model, optimizing storage performance and management. Question 15. Mr. O'Connor is tasked with ensuring continuous availability of critical application. Which vSphere feature allows VM to run simultaneously on two hosts to eliminate downtime? A. vSphere fault tolerance. B. vSphere high availability. C. Distributed resource schedule DRS. D. Storage vMotion. Answer. Correct answer, C. Explanation. This question is designed to check understanding of features. The correct feature allowing simultaneous VM running on two hosts is fault tolerance option A, which provides zero downtime by creating a live shadow VM. Option B restarts BMS after failure but involves downtime. DRS option C balances workloads but does not run VMS simultaneously. Storage vMotion option migrates storage live but does not affect VM applying directly. So the correct answer is A, not C. Question 16. From the perspective of virtual networking, what is the primary role of a virtual switch, vSwitch, within an SXE host? A. To connect virtual machines to each other and to the physical network. B. To provide firewall capabilities within the host. C. To manage storage traffic for VMS. D. To monitor VM performance metrics. Answer. Correct answer, B. Explanation. This tests conceptual understanding. The primary role of a vSwitch is to connect VMS and facilitate traffic from physical networks. Option A. So option is the correct answer here. Firewall capabilities, option B, are provided by other security appliances, not vSwitches. Storage traffic, option C, is managed by storage protocols, not switches. Performance monitoring, option D, is of vCenter or other tools. Hence, the correct answer is A. Question 17. In what ways can VMware tools improve the interaction between guest OS and the SXE host? A. By providing optimized device drivers and enabling guest OS heartbeat monitoring. B. By increasing the storage capacity of the VM automatically. C. By virtualizing physical network interfaces on the host. D. By automatically updating SXE host firmware. Answer. Correct answer, D. Explanation. VMware Tools enhances performance by providing optimized drivers and enables features such as heartbeat monitoring, graceful shutdown, and time sync. Making option A correct. It does not automatically increase storage capacity. B. Virtualize physical NICs. C. Or update host firmware. D. Understanding VMware Tools' role is critical for VM performance and manageability. Question 18. While examining backup strategies, which vSphere feature provides VM-level replication that enables disaster recovery in remote sites? A. vSphere replication. B. vSphere fault tolerance. C. vMotion. D. Distributed resource scheduler. Answer. Correct answer, C. Explanation. vSphere replication, option A, provides asynchronous VM-level replication for disaster recovery, making it the correct answer. Fault tolerance, B, ensures continuous availability but is not for replication. vMotion, C, enables live migration, not replication. DRS, D, balances workloads. Knowing these features' purposes is essential for planning recovery solutions. Question 19. When faced with a situation where an EM's data store is running out of space, which vSphere feature can help automatically balance storage usage across data stores? A. Storage ERS-C, Storage EO Control C, vMotion D, vSphere High Availability. Answer. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Storage ERS option A is designed to automate the balancing of storage load and space utilization across data stores, which is the best fit. Storage EO Control option B prioritizes EO but doesn't balance space. vMotion C migrates BMS compute resources, not storage. D deals with availability, not storage management. Therefore, storage DRS is the correct choice. Question 20. The fundamental question is, what is the primary advantage of using templates when deploying virtual machines? A. Templates ensure standardized and consistent VM deployments. B. Templates improve VM network throughput. C. Templates reduce physical host CPU usage. D. Templates enable live migration between hosts. Answer. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Templates are golden VA images used here to ensure consistent and rapid deployment of VMS. Option A, making it the correct answer. They do not directly impact network throughput. B. Or CPU usage. C. Nor do they affect migration. D. Using templates saves time and enforces uniform configurations, crucial for large-scale environments. Question 21. From multiple perspectives, Kim needs to migrate a powered-off VM to a new host and data store without any risk of downtime. Which migration method should he choose? A. Cold migration. B. Storage vMotion. C. vMotion. D. Live migration. Answer. Correct answer, A. Explanation. Cold migration is used when EM is powered off and involves moving both compute and storage without downtime risk because the VM is running. Storage vMotion. B. Migrate storage only and requires the VM to be powered on. vMotion. C. Is live migration for powered on VMS and doesn't move storage unless combined with storage vMotion. Live migration. D. Is generic term synonymous with vMotion. Thus, cold migration is safest for offline VMS needing relocation without downtime. Question 22. Considering the evidence, Ramirez wants to enforce granular permissions in vSphere so users only access resources necessary for their roles. Which vSphere security principle should she apply? A. Role-based access control RBAC with least privilege. B. Assigning full administrative privileges to all users. C. Disabling user authentication for faster access. D. Using a shared root account for all tasks. Answer. Correct answer, B. Explanation. RBAC with least privilege. A. Is the best security practice, granting users only the minimum access required, minimizing security risks. Assigning full admin rights to all users. B. Violates this and increases vulnerability. Disabling authentication. C. Undermines security. Using shared root. D. Complicates auditing and accountability. The correct principle to enforce security is RBAC with privilege, not broad or insecure permissions. Question 23. The fundamental question is, why is the ESXi hypervisor classified as a Type 1 hypervisor? It runs directly on physical hardware without a host OS. B. It requires a host operating system to run. C. It is installed as an application on Windows or Linux. D. It provides virtualization through a hosted architecture. Answer. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Type 1 hypervisors run directly on bare metal hardware without a host OS. A, which describes ESXi accurately. Type 2 hypervisors require a host OS. B, and are installed as applications. C, which ESXi is not. Hosted architecture. D applies to Type 2. Therefore, ESXi's classification as Type 1 is due to it running on bare metal, not requiring host OS. Option C incorrectly describes Type 2 hypervisors. Question 24. When faced with high storage latency, ISTA-SYNC is considering storage I/O control (SIOC). What is the primary function of SIOC in a vSphere environment? A. Prioritize storage I/O traffic to critical VMS during contention. B. Automatically balance OPU loads across hosts. C. Migrate VM storage without downtime. D. Provide fault tolerance for storage devices. Answer. Correct answer, D. Explanation. Storage I/O control prioritizes storage bandwidth for critical VMS when contention occurs. A. Preventing storage bottlenecks. CPU balancing. B is DRS's role. Storage migration. C is done by storage vMotion. Fault tolerance. D applies to compute resources, not storage. Hence, SIOC's primary function is to manage storage I/O priority, not fault tolerance, making A the correct answer. Question 25. Given the circumstances, Lee plans to deploy a vSphere environment emphasizing rapid VM recovery in case of host failure. Which feature provides automatic VM restart but does not guarantee zero downtime? A. vSphere fault tolerance. B. vSphere high availability. C. Distributed resource scheduler DRS. D. Storage vMotion. Answer. Correct answer, C. Explanation. vSphere how automatically restarts VMS on other hosts after failure, but the restart involves some downtime. Fault tolerance. A. Provides continuous availability with no downtime, which is more complex. DRS. C. Balances resources, but doesn't provide restart capabilities. Storage vMotion. D. Migrates storage live. So the correct answer for rapid restart without zero downtime is B, not DRS. C. Question 26. Based on the information, Johnson wants to minimize downtime when applying patches to ESXi hosts in a cluster. Which technology should he use? A. vSphere Distributed Resource Scheduler DRS. B. vSphere vMotion. C. vSphere Update Manager VUM with vSphere vMotion. D. vSphere Fault Tolerance Feed. Answer. Correct answer. A. Explanation DRS combined with vMotion moves EMS off, a host being patched, allowing maintenance with minimal downtime. Update Manager automates patching, but vMotion ensures VMS stay online during host maintenance. Feed protects VM uptime but doesn't automate patching. DRS orchestrates VM movement for efficient patch application, making it the best choice to minimize downtime. Question 27. From a practical standpoint, what key benefit does the software-defined data center SDC architecture provide? A. Abstracting compute, storage, and networking resources to automate management. B. Providing a physical data center layout blueprint. C. Isolating virtual machines from the network physically. D. Restricting resource pools for increased security. Answer. Correct answer. B. Explanation. SDC abstracts all infrastructure elements into software, enabling automation and flexibility. A. It does not provide physical blueprints. B. Which are unrelated. Physical network isolation. C. Is a separate network security function. Resource pool restriction. D. Is possible but not a defining benefit of ADC. A key advantage is resource abstraction and automation, so option A is correct. Question 20. In a modern context of vSphere networking, which of the following best explains the purpose of a port group? A. It logically groups virtual machine network interfaces for consistent network policies. B. It routes traffic between different VLANs. C. It provides firewall functionality inside ESXi hosts. D. It manages storage traffic on fiber channel networks. Answer. Correct answer. C. Explanation. Port groups provide a logical container for VM network interfaces and apply consistent policies like VLAN tagging, traffic shaping. A. Making it the correct answer. Routing VLAN traffic. B. Is done by physical virtual routers. Firewalls. C. Are handled by NSX or external appliances. Storage traffic management. D. Is unrelated. So, port groups logically group VM NICs with common policies. Question 29. A key distinction between VM snapshots and full backups is that snapshots A. Capture the entire VM state but should not be used as backups. B. Are stored off-site for disaster recovery. C. Increase the physical hardware footprint. D. Automatically compress VM data. Answer. Correct answer. D. Explanation. Snapshots capture the VM's disk and state changes incrementally but are not substitute for backup state. They remain on site and are not off-site backups. B. Snapshots can increase storage usage temporarily but don't affect physical hardware footprint. C. They do not automatically compress data. D. Hence, they is the correct explanation. Question 30. For many years, a challenge in virtual machine management has been efficiently deploying multiple identical VMS. Which vSphere feature addresses this challenge best? A. VM templates. B. vMotion. C. Fault tolerance. D. Distributed power management. Answer. Correct answer. A. Explanation. VM templates are master images used to quickly deploy standardized VMS with consistent configurations addressing rapid, repeatable deployment needs. vMotion. B. Migrates IVMS. VMS. Fault tolerance. C. Provides continuous availability. DPM. D. Manages power. Templates directly solve deployment challenges, making them essential for large-scale environments.